Pulsar's first magnetic keyboard. Their mouse game is amazing, but how about their magnetic keyboard? Let's go ahead and check it out. But yeah, that's gonna be everything inside the box. Very nice packaging, no problems with it. Very secured. All of the accessories that you will need will be in the box. Now, first impressions on the keyboard. It looks very unique, definitely. The front all the way to the back. It's not like other keyboards. You'll definitely know that it is Pulsar's keyboard over here. Now, I got the ANSI version over here, but you can also get it in ISO. Very nice. But yeah, so far, no problems with how the keyboard looks like. Very clean, feels very high quality when you pick it up. It apparently does have an aluminum plate and a transparent body. I think the top case over here actually feels metallic. I think this is aluminum. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that does feel like metal. Feels pretty cool to the touch. But yeah, no problems with the quality and the materials they used on the keyboard. Now for the keycaps, these are PBT double shot keycaps. Very high quality, no problems with it. Then for the switches, and yes, this is hot swappable with other Gateron magnetic switches because they are using one Gateron magnetic switches as well. It is the Gateron X Pulsar magnetic switch over here. But yeah, it is dual rail and it does have an open bottom over here. And here's a little sound test as well. Feels very smooth, no problems with the switches, pretty high quality, and for the wobble, very minimal, no problems with that. But yeah, here's a little sound test with the whole keyboard with the switches and the keycaps on. I think that sounds pretty decent, no problems with it. The stabilizers sound amazing, no rattle on that. Very nice, I like it. Yeah, the overall keyboard does sound pretty nice. But yeah, if you don't like the sounds of these switches or this keyboard, you can go ahead and experiment with different switches. That will definitely change the sound as well. But yeah, very nice sounding keyboard, no problems with it. You could definitely tell they made a lot of efforts in making this keyboard sound good with all of the different layers inside. But okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the features and the performance of this keyboard. Now, you already know magnetic switches. It will definitely have adjustable actuation points. And apparently, you can adjust it to 0.1 millimeters all the way to 4 millimeters. But yeah, we're gonna go and check that out more in its web-based software. Very nice. Of course, it will also have rapid trigger and then 8K Hertz polling rate. Very nice. It will also have quick tap, which is SOCD from what I can see. It does support Windows and Mac. It does support tree profiles. It does have anti-ghosting. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Very nice specs, no problems with that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug it in, see more of its different features over here. My cable does not fit, so we're gonna go ahead and use the cable that came with it. Plug that in. Just like so. Ooh, the Pulsar logo over here is lighting up, and it does have RGB. We're gonna go ahead and check out more of its different effects, RGB effects in the software. But okay, I have the website over here, first link in the description. So just go ahead and scroll down, and yeah, over here, web-based software bibimbap. Let's open that, and whoa, that looks very cool. Connect that. Very nice, very easy. That connected very smooth. Okay, let's see. We can change the language over here. English, of course. Light mode, dark mode. We have 3 different profiles. Very nice. And then LED. Okay, let's start with this. So we're currently on the rainbow. Circle left to right. Whoa, a lot of customizations. Very nice. And I'm not sure if you can see the RGB right now actually. Let me put the brightness to the max. But yeah, the RGB is quite bright. It's just, yeah, getting absorbed by the black plate over here and the keycaps. But yeah, if RGB is truly important to you, you might want to go ahead and check out some see-through keycaps that will definitely work or help. But yeah, we also have basic, wave, touch. I like touch splash. I don't know if you can see it, but every time I tap, it goes like that. I kind of like the color red actually. I don't know if you can see it, but it is also coloring red over here. But yeah, we also have different LED color profiles, indication color as well. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but the logo changes color with the different indications over here, and you can definitely get customizable with that. Yeah, that's gonna be it for my LED tab over here. Moving on to the key map. So yes, you can remap the keys if you want. You can get very customizable over here, as you can see. You can also customize the FN layers, main layer. Now moving on to performance. Now I kind of set it up already, but yeah, here's what I did. For my WASD and spacebar, I turned on rapid trigger for that, set the RT actuation point to 0.1 millimeters, which is the fastest, because these are my movement keys. I want them to be the fastest. And then for the press release distance, I also set that to 0.1 millimeters. And then for my bottom mount protection, I also set that to 0.1 millimeters. Now you can also turn on continuous rapid trigger. You can separate the press release distance over here if you really want to get customizable. And then for the bottom mount protection, you can also turn that off. So, you know, I guess that will be the fastest. But yeah, I do recommend turning this on just in case, you know, you might experience accidental deactivation and stuff like that. So yeah, just turn this on. Now for the rest of the keys, select inverse except for number 4, 5, shift, windows, and control over here. I set the rest of the keys over there to 0.5 millimeters as well. And yeah, what RT mode on, and then press release 0.1 millimeters, very instant. Bottom out protection 0.1 turned on, and yeah, like that. And then lastly, for my number 4, 5, shift key and control key, I have that on 0.1 millimeters, but no rapid trigger because these are my diffuse and plant keys. These are my walk and crouch key. And then for my Windows key, I have that on 4 millimeters over here. No rapid trigger, so you know, I will really need to press down the key in order to actuate it, which prevents the accidental actuation for my Windows key. And then you can also go ahead and select your switches over here. I have the Pulsar magnetic switches, but yeah, you also have the magnetic jade switch over here, but you're not limited to these switches. This keyboard is still compatible with a lot of Gateron magnetic switches or any similar switches compatible to Gateron like type switches. That's gonna be it for the performance tab over here. Moving on to the macros, you can set macros, amazing. And then for the settings, English, Korean, French, Japanese, yeah. And then keyboard settings, 8K Hertz polling rate, amazing, and key rollover. You can also see the guide over here, update your firmware over here, and yeah. Sadly, I do not think I see the DKS or mod tab, you know, all those different features as well, which I hope they do add in the future or soon, because I know some people would definitely love that feature. But yeah, if you're looking for that, I cannot see it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I do not see it right now over here in the software. But yeah, it does have SOCD though, so to turn it on, you do FN plus left shift. I hope you can also adjust the SOCD or customize it more in the software, but yeah, it's good that the keyboard has it. That's just a little suggestion. I feel like in the software would be amazing. Now another thing about SOCD is it's kind of buggy. So like whenever I press down A, as you can see, and then I also press down D, now it should now only be activating D like this. But as you can see, it's kind of bugging. It's sometimes pressing A. But yeah, since my last input was D, it should just be pressing D and not A. But look at what's happening. It's pressing down A, sometimes D, sometimes A. SOCD is not working properly. And I noticed this happens a lot whenever I wiggle the key. Like, look at that. I'm just wiggling the key. I'm not letting go of either the A or the D. but it's activating both. And I think that's because just that little wiggle is activating the A key again, even though it shouldn't be activating. So like that's why the D is not given the chance to activate. Now, a little solution I thought of was increasing the bottom out protection, so adding a little bit of a post travel so the wiggle doesn't get detected as the activation, but it still deactivates for some reason, which led me to the conclusion that SOCD does not get affected by the bottom out protection distance over here. Actually, let me try. Maybe the increasing the press release distance will help. No, it's still happening. Like the press release distance for my A and D now is 2. But yeah, when like look, it's not, yeah. I think SOCD has its own press release distance and bottom out protection. Like whatever you do over here, it doesn't affect the SOCD's sensitivity. So yeah, I can see that being a problem, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the software. Very nice software, very easy to understand, pretty simple. I wouldn't really say it's feature packed. I mean, it does have most of the settings that you will need in the features. It's definitely missing some of those, you know, DKS, mod tap, toggle keys, stuff like that, SOCD customization. But yeah, still a pretty good software, web-based. I don't have any problems with it. Very, very nice. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and test this out more in-game and see how it feels like.
What?
I'm a sheriff.
Spike planted.
Your flash?
One enemy remaining.
Oh, wait.
My turn.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow. I think you can. I'm leaving.
One me. Water.
Spike.
Time to jump. I'm back.
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
3 zones. Still inside.
So after playing and testing the Pulsar PCMK2 HE TKL, here's my experience so far. Now when it comes to gaming, it felt pretty good. Now I actually had a little bit of a problem with the SOCD. I showed you before, right? Like when you're wiggling, it goes AD without me even lifting up the key. So when I'm trying to go jiggle picking without letting go of a single key, it kind of gets a little buggy, and sometimes the other key deactivates on its own by just wiggling the key a little bit, which is annoying. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it is very hard to use the SOCD, kind of buggy. But yeah, other than that, it didn't really hold me back. It felt very responsive. The rapid trigger and also the lowest actuation point, very, very nice. For my daily use, I didn't really have any major problems with it, but I noticed the keys sometimes double click, but that can easily be solved by adding a different profile or just hiring the sensitivity of some keys. But yeah, most of the double clicks I've noticed are from the spacebar, but yeah, not really a big deal for me when I was gaming. But yeah, it can get annoying when just normally typing. You definitely might want to consider having a different typing profile. But yeah, I don't have any problems gaming with it and using it for my daily use. Very nice experience so far. Now, would I recommend it? Now, it does have a price of $159.95. I think it is pretty worth it still, and I would recommend it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have any other competition. If you really like Pulsar, you really trust them, and you really like how this keyboard looks like, you're pretty satisfied with the specs, then yes, I would definitely recommend it. Especially the TKL version over here. There's not a lot of TKL magnetic keyboards out there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put this keyboard first link in the description. And a little disclaimer, this keyboard is sent to me by Pulsar, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this keyboard are my honest opinions and review. But yeah, I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.